and that is quite a special bike. Quite a bike that a lot of people have been talking about lately, especially since Kaplan had one in a crate, I believe, that sold for a pretty big amount of money. But these are just wickedly nice, and I did a whole restoration on this bike. Wasn't much to do. I mean, it was all cosmetic, honestly, but just, making it look kind of a little more like it hadn't been used. And this bike is incredible. Got this out of a guy in Texas, really great gentleman. And this still has a lot of the original manufacturer, spec marks, like where they go with the pen and they mark up, little areas. That's the original sprocket. I mean, look at that. Just incredible. I cleaned up the swing arm and basically repaired, a little divot, but incredible. Rebuilt the shock. Just awesome. So yeah, that bike is one I'd love to basically have out, and I have not ridden that thing yet, so I will be working on that. So let's get to the one I was going to talk about here. Little DT50, got this from a guy in Texas. This bike was a complete mess. You probably remember it. It was the Ugly Duckling. Was wondering what in the world I got myself into. And honestly, spent a little time on her, and the bottom end was tight. I was so surprised and happy. She had a crank seal leak on the wet side, which is the, wet side, yeah, crank. And once that was done and she cleaned out, she ran great. Sent the cylinder off to Accurate Cylinder and Sleeve out of Conroe, Texas. So they will take your stuff, so check them out. Accurate Cylinder and Sleeve, and bike runs amazing. Just fantastic. Repainted the tank, got decals out of Portugal, found this color, which is basically bluish green solid, still available through I can't remember the name of the company that provided those paints, but they're awesome, and they got that to me. Just love it. The only thing I had to do, which honestly has not been a problem whatsoever because I prepped it really well, is I had to actually paint these fenders because you cannot find these gray Yamaha fenders anymore. These are not white. These are gray. That's what they used, and that was the year that they did this on the Blaster and some of the other bikes. I think maybe the TW200, they did this teal mint seat with gray fenders. So it's kind of interesting. I mean, they were the first, right? And I thought KTM was the first with the mint, but nope. And the last bike, but not the least, is my first dirt bike ever, DT50. And this bike I got back in the 90s, early 90s. My dad bought it for like $150.